Hey guys, the Commander Casual here, playing our 4-color zombies deck. I just F8'd. F8, there you go. I should take a look, have fun. Good luck, have fun. Yeah, playing our 4-color zombies deck with Kraum and Ravos. And we're playing against a Tishana Voice of Thunder deck, which is, I'm assuming, just tons of little dudes. You drop Tishana, draw a bunch of cards, then do card draw related stuff. Ravos, Soultender, and Tyman the Weaver, which is usually cleric tribal, black-white cleric stuff. And then Jori En Ruin Diver, which is usually like a blue-red value style deck. Could be like a Spellslinger deck as well, or some weird combo deck. We're going to play Temple of Silence here. Do some scrying. Got one of our white zombies here. I think our main white zombie here. We're gonna keep Urborg because it goes really well with Corlash. This is exactly what we want. I don't have any blue yet, which we'd like, but we'll survive for now. Yeah. So we're gonna, we kept that Urborg, so we'll draw that next turn. We'll probably play our Wayward Servant next turn. Then hopefully follow up with our Diregraph Colossus, and then Corlash. And see where that takes us. Hopefully we get some blue mana soon. Of the Ox here. Yeah, that's another cleric. Could be human tribal too. I think I saw one of these decks that focused mostly on humans. So could be either, but they're both human clerics, and this is also a human cleric, so we're not sure yet. This is also just a good card. It might not be cleric tribal or human tribal. These are all just good cards to have in a black-white deck. So, Serum Visions last turn, Opt this turn, Mountain. Some relic hunters have given up exploring and gone to fight the Eldrazi, but I know our work is more important than ever. The secrets we uncover could lead to the world's salvation. Alrighty, whatever you say. Play this Urborg. Play our Wayward Servant, so we can start draining people a little bit as we play more zombies. Enters the battlefield, right? Nice. Under our control, yeah. I was just hoping it wasn't cast, because then we get the value off of Diregraph Colossus more. This should be a pretty good start. Hopefully we can draw another untapped land, so we don't have to wail on the Corlash play, but if we do, that's fine. Master the Pearl Trident. Oh, okay, so this is merfolk tribal then. Not hugely surprising. Merfolk tribal does go well with Tishana pretty generally, because you kind of play out a ton of smaller dudes for lower mana costs, and then you can drop Tishana, draw a ton of cards. She benefits from the tribal effect, and then is just a big beater of a merfolk. So not hugely surprising. Go on, attack. I doubt he'll do that. Yeah, so we're off to a pretty good start. Play our Diregraph Colossus next turn, because we want to start getting zombie tokens out. It's unfortunate it doesn't get any counters, but that's okay. We want to get it out early and then start profiting even harder off of Wayward Servant. Although I think if we drew like a 2-drop zombie, we might... Actually, no, we'd still play Diregraph Colossus here. We're playing Diregraph Colossus, Brain. Unless we get something absolutely amazing of a 3 or drop here. Or 2 or 1, but unlikely. Snowbow's end step. You guys are allowed to yield. I don't think they want to. Cleanup step. It's going to discard a reality shift. We're cool with that. So all kinds of cool with that. Diregraph Colossus. Yeah, I'm sure these guys have figured out that this is zombie tribal by now. If they hadn't just done the Wayward Servant. Yeah, we get a trigger from Wayward Servant. They'll lose a life, we gain a life. Awesome. And then I think we attack this cleric deck. Sure. Let's get some beats in. And hopefully we can get another zombie out next turn. And we make everyone take 2 and we gain 2. Because we'll also get a zombie token with Diagraph Colossus. Unless some of our stuff gets removed, but thankfully this Jori En player discarded their reality shift, so I'm pretty happy about that. Maybe they're playing like a storm deck. Wouldn't be hugely surprising. What's in that little vat on the thingies? I'm wondering what little organisms are in this. Motivation was high in the academy once students realized flunking their exams could kill them. That's brutal. This guy does look pretty frantic. Yeah, he's gonna Weathered Wayfarer, go get a land. This guy does have access to both of his colors, but we're giving him some help with the black mana as well. Accidentally. If one of the anointed fails to serve with perfect obedience, the desert is always ready to receive it. Whatever. No flavor text on Diagraph Colossus. Lame. Necropotence. That was early. I guess we helped them with that. Saw the top card of your library face down. Put that card into your hand at the beginning of the next end step. Yeah, so I don't feel bad at all about attacking this guy, this black-white player, if he's gonna Necropotence. Is he just digging for like a combo piece or what? Well, he's gonna draw a bunch of cards. Of course, we don't get to see what they are. He draws them on his end step, and then he's got to clean up a bunch of cards as well. So, big fan of this card. I really like introducing the Monarch into a bunch of stuff. Yeah, so he gets 6 or 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Then he's got to discard 5 because he already had 5 cards in his hand on his cleanup step. That's a cool art. Let the land dwellers know the coast is no longer the border between our realms. A new age of empire has begun. Oh, this guy's playing the new. Oh, well, I guess that's not an Ixalan land, but this is. Ixalan lands are so cool. We're just running all the Zendikar full arts, the new ones. Mage, do you have that Mons Goblin Raider I borrowed from you for Friday Night Magic? I don't like having to track you down. Let's see. What? Oh, we drew an untapped land. Nice. I'm not really sure why this guy conceded, but we're just gonna go with it. Play Corlash. Get another zombie. Urworg's so awesome with Corlash. Because we do run a lot of swamps, and enough to make Corlash worth it in this deck, but it's just extra good. Yeah, so one trigger that, and then another trigger. And then we're going to attack this Necropotence player. Mage Ring. Who's apparently in debt to somebody. So he's going to get kneecapped pretty hard, I bet. It's a rough time. When did you borrow me a card? Term would be lend in that context. Just being shitty. I just like to mildly stir the pot, you know? You know? Just kidding, it's a 1/1 goblin. Oh. I was like, something censored. This is honestly the censoring on Magic the Gathering Online cracks me up. It censors knob. You can call people a knob or a jerk, and it'll censor it. Jerk, fine, but knob really cracks me up. As I jokingly called some guy a knob the other day, and it censored it. And I was like, oh, can't have any children that are on MTGO because that's a thing. See the word knob. He gets to draw a card from the Bident of Thesaw. The wills of mortals shift as the tide ebbs and flows. I was like, censored. I always take care of my own cards. XD. He clearly doesn't want to search for land this turn. Or he'll do it on his end step or something. Zathra Necromancer. When it or another human creature you control dies, put a 2/2 black zombie creature token onto play. So it's humans. Maybe it's humans and clerics. I don't know. Looking at the Gold Border Collector Edition Ancestral Recall, it's $249. Well, good luck with that. Yeah, probably not worth it. Temple of Enlightenment. Which temple do we play? Tough call. We play the blue one first. Because that gives us Frantic Surge Diagraph Captain, and then we'll have to, regardless, we'd have to wait an extra turn for Kraum, but... That's a gooder. I think we keep that one. We don't get to play zombie this turn though. Kind of heartbreaking. Attack John Boy with those. See if we can do some damage. Core Lash is just going to get stronger, which is awesome. And we'll leave up Regeneration mana for him because I don't have anything else to play this turn. Yeah, he's going to block one, get a zombie. We're going to deal some damage to him. Is he blocking with this one? Yeah, whatever. Probably Core Lash. He's gonna take 2, at least. What am I listening to? Caravan Palace is usually a lot more upbeat and less violin-y than that. Man, whatever. Not Spotify ads, no. No. Collector's Edition has some sweet cards, they just have gold borders. Yep, that's how that works. Just gonna always yield to that. Yeah, I blocked Core Lash. So you get a dude. Congratulations. And we can't play any of these cards in our hand, so we're gonna wait. Get Custody Lich next turn and make him sack. And make him sack. And then we're the Monarch as well. I like that. I like being the Monarch. Or we're gonna draw Lord of the Undead. We could play a Lord. We can either play Diagraph Captain or the other one. Vanquisher's Banner, assuming he's naming merfolk. I really like this card. because it's a lord effect for a tribe, and then you also get the card draw off it, and it's colorless, so you can put it in any tribal deck. I bought Exploration against last night. Sorry, I bought Exploration again last night, and I grabbed Dark Confidant and Gaia's Cradle because I'm an idiot. $110. Ugh, that's a lot of money for 2 cards. I'll teach their own. Yeah, he's gonna attack me, which is pretty understandable. Yeah, I think we can play Ravos this turn. Pump our team. And then attack. I like that. Or we play Custody Lich, make somebody sack a thing. We become the Monarch, then we attack. Or we can just attack and then do it. And then we also could play one of our Lords. I don't want to do that. If we're going to play a Lord, I'd rather just play Ravos. Get more of our mana's worth out of it. Because next turn, I'd like to drop both of our Lords. Because then we'll get a ton of extra damage going very suddenly. And be sad if Skyboard Rice. He's a Cabal Coffers. We just fed it to him with our Urborg. Because those are all swamps. Yes, Urborgs. Being great for you. As them good. Yes, nice. Nice. Well done, me. He's gonna go tutor up a legendary. Show me. Show me, show me, show me. Wait, you can just get lands with... Is that what he's doing? You can just get lands? I didn't know that. I thought it was basics. Or I assumed it was basics. That card's better than I thought it was. You might as well grab the Reliquary Tower, because it's a swamp. And then, yeah, Cabal Coffers makes a ton of sense too. Because he's probably running his own Urborg, but he doesn't need it if we are. Yawgmoth's corpse is a wound in the universe. His foul blood seeps out, infecting the land with his final curse. Lord Windgrace. Avacyn. Yuck. Absolute yuck. Okay, so we're gonna save Custody Lich. Hopefully, somehow have an opportunity to get rid of Avacyn. The only thing about Ravos is we don't get a zombie next turn. We don't get any triggers off of Wayward Servant. Disappointing. We're gonna Temple to start. Scry. I like Grey Merchant. Actually, yeah, let's Frantic Search. So we can untap some lands here. We can play Kraum now. Because we can untap. Kinda like that. Exploration I got for like 40, 50. Originally I sold for a bunch more, so I only got like 5 tickets on it over the course of a month. I should have bought a Mox Opal with it, but I did. I would have tutored it with Wayfinder had you not played it. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think we're gonna Kraum here. So hopefully we can start drawing some extra cards too, and then we get 2 triggers on the Wayward Servant, and hopefully we can eventually Grey Merchant this guy to death. Yes. Do the thing. Drain them. I can also get in on this guy with Kraum now. There we go. We're happy with that. We can take 3-11 on the crackback. Fine with that. That's unlikely either of these guys get haste. We gotta get our damage in while we can. So. Now we can also possibly draw more cards with Kraum as well. Because on top of being a 4/4 flying haste zombie horror, he's also has the ability whenever an opponent casts her second spell each turn, draw a card. This isn't Tishana, is it? No, it's not. Deep Channel Mentor. Blue creatures you control can't be blocked. It's a pretty good card in this deck. Or in a mono blue deck. Yeah, we're taking 3, that's fine. It's unblockable anyway, so I don't feel bad about tapping out. How much Black Devotion? 1, 2, 3, 4. And if we play this, it'll be 5, 6. Not quite enough. So I'd like to play these two next turn. Up our Black Devotion by a bunch. That'll give us an extra 3. We could also just try going wide on this guy. He's going to play Avacyn. Yep. We might take a couple hits from Avacyn. That's okay. I just really hope he doesn't have a board wipe to play with Avacyn, because that'll kind of wreck us, but got a real battle of attrition going right now. But zombies are great at that. Yeah. I kind of want to play Ravos, but I also just kind of want to dump these guys so we have way more Black Devotion. I guess everything taps for black, so who cares? I was going to spread it out, but we have an Urborg, so. This is going to deal 4 damage to both these guys, so I love that. Because we get 4 zombies this turn. Because we get these 2 lords, and then we get 2 more tokens. Blue, black, Diagraph Captain. This Wayward Servant's doing some serious work. Our team's pretty beefy now. So I think we just attack this John Boy guy and call it a turn. We can't regenerate him anyway, so I'm just going to tap that out. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. So how many black sources do we have in the devotion now? We have 7 currently. 8-9 with that. And we'll also deal a 2 damage on playing him with these 2. So feeling good about next turn. If this guy's got a board wife, that'll change things, but we'll see. I think if he does, we play Ravos and start rebuilding. Get stuff back in our upkeep. It also depends on what we draw. If he board wiped us and then we got like a zombie apocalypse, I'd be so happy. He's going to Tishana, draw a card from this, and then draw 3 cards. Yeah. I'm curious if Tishana can die upon playing her. That's how that works. Or how the stack resolves on that. Because if she... So say you have no cards in hand and you have no creatures in the battlefield. If you play her, is she technically a 0/0? and then she dies, and then you get her ability resolves, or does her ability resolve before the 0/0 thing applies? Yeah, she's kind of big. She drew some cards, and they're gonna draw cards on the attack too. They do damage to someone. They're not sitting pretty though. So, because I forgot that this was actually a fair amount of power, and I was kind of expecting him to block, and he didn't. So, we're sitting pretty for next. Out of tutor away from. Oh yeah, I'm taking Necropotence out of the deck. If the draws you get off it are bad, then I don't want to sound like an ass. If the draws are bad, maybe you need to work on your deck a little more. Because its Necropotence isn't like paying 1 mana for one, or probably 1 life for 1 card isn't that bad. Like the thing that makes Necropotence fair is that it's like your end step, kind of fair. It's just that I drew a lot of lands with 34 lands in the deck. Well, that's just magic. I'm not even going to say chance, because it's more infuriating when it happens in Magic than to just blame chance. I mean, it is. That's just how it works. I don't know. I don't think taking Necropotence out of a double color deck like that is warranted, really, but unless you have like a really hard time playing it. He's got a ton of mana here, so he might be able to make something happen. Oh, actually, I forgot we have Diregraph Captain now. So whenever a zombie dies, we can have target opponent lose a life. So if we get board wiped, we can kill him. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Is it other or just? Yeah, so we can kill this guy if he board wipes. I love that art for Ranger of Eos. I've got the old art, and I like that too, but this one's cooler. At his side, humble beasts become weapons more deadly than sharpened steel. Now he gets to go get some things. I'm sure this just has some human synergies in it. I'm sure it's just more of a black-white value deck. The points of our lances lead the way. Alrighty. So Tishana's going to take a chunk out of somebody next turn if he gets the opportunity. We've got our ace in the hole, though. I'm curious what he's getting. He's probably just looking for answers right now, so he's weighing his options. I mean, he's tutoring for something, so it's going to take some time anyway. He's got his own Ravos to match our Ravos. It'd be fun if we drew Cabal Coffers next turn, because then I think we could cast Ravos and then Grey Merchant. If we drew Cabal, we'd have Cabal, which would count as a swamp. So we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It would tap for 8. We'd pay 2 into it. So we'd have 6 net out of that. And then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we'd have 13 mana. So yeah, we could cast both. Easy. That'd be the nuts play. Because we'd kill both of them just on the play, and then we'd have a huge board to attack with, and if anything dies in the combat, we can also just punish people with it by using Diregraph Captain's trigger. Yeah, I know. John? Yes. Searching. I bet. This has been a good showing for a zombie deck. This is the kind of stuff we want to do, is just benefit off of all the zombie synergies. I know Grey Merchant isn't a zombie-specific thing, but obviously it synergizes really well with all the zombies, because there's a lot of black mana symbols in this deck. Oh. I didn't hit F8. he's tapped out, so he doesn't really have an excuse for this. He's probably just either like tabbed out, or I feel like if his internet was the problem, he would have disconnected by now. So maybe he's just absent-minded. He's a blue player. Do they ever F8? I technically have blue. I love the F8 key. From my experience, they always have force of will up. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, he's not totally wrong with that. A lot of, like, most people that play a lot of heavy blue in their decks don't F8 because they just have lots of instants and counters and stuff like that. But if you've watched some of the videos of mine before, that's an interesting fetish. I mean, to each their own. Exactly. But yeah, no, I don't love playing counter spells in Commander. I understand their value, and I don't like poo-poo anybody who wears them. Or sorry, not wears them, uses them. What am I talking about? Make sure to clean it properly though. This guy's funny. Yeah, like, go ahead and play counters if you want, I guess. I just don't think it's very fun, because it's like, ha, I stopped him from playing something, and because I left my mana up, I also didn't play something. I showed him. It's just kind of like, well, that's really unproductive for everybody. I mean, I get that most counters are a lot cheaper than the things you counter, and I understand that they're important tempo-wise, and like countering board wipes and stuff like that is part of a way you secure your win and stuff like that. And that's fine. I'm not a huge fan of them myself. Go ahead and play them if you like, but I'll probably steer clear of them for the most part. I mean, like, I'll probably do a deck at some point that runs a lot of instants or something like that, or some kind of like weird combo-y thing that relies on counters. But I think so far the only counter I've been running in any of my decks that I posted videos of is Muddle the Mixture, and it's usually just so I can transmute it to find something. Well, one attack with Kraum and this guy is dead, so let's just kick him and pretend you did that. I'm kind of on that plan. This guy's taking a long time. John Boy, 8834. He's been ejected. Now, tutor away. I want to be like, well, I just have a Grey Merchant in hand anyway, so it's unlikely the guy would have survived. Oh, he's going to Soul Warden. We get to draw a card from Kraum. And a Soul's Attendant. Okay, he might live through the turn. It's really unlikely now, but if there was anything he could have done, he did it. Smart move. I would have. Okay, next spell. We'll see what it is in a sec anyway. He's also like tapped out. It'd be super funny if he had like a planes up and could somehow mana tide me. That swamp to me looked like it flew over to his side, but it's here. We're gonna play our Vengeful Pharaoh. Are we? Yeah, we are. Oh wait, no, we can't. And play Green Merchant. What am I talking about? I was still... Gary! The merch. Screw the rift. It's Gary! You guys have met Gary, right? You're familiar with Gary. So they actually gain life to negate the Wayward Serpent, so I think we do have to attack here. I could run Rift in here, but I don't think I am. Rift is a super strong card in Commander. He's talking about Cyclonic Rift, for those that don't understand. And I do run it in a lot of my decks that have blue, because it is just so good. And just about everybody runs it that runs blue. It's arguably like a little bit too strong because you can. It's two mana and you can bounce a permanent you don't control at an instant speed. It's blue, one neutral, or you can pay 1 blue and 6 neutral and overload it and bounce each non-land permanent you don't control, which is absolutely ridiculous. So now we're just gonna dunk on this guy. Attack with all creatures. Boo-hoo-yeah. I don't want to be a jerk, but I don't think blocks really matter. He survived the Gary, though. He got 2 smart picks, especially against the tribal deck that pumps out tons of dudes. Because every time we get a dude, he gains 2 life. And he would lose 1 life if it's a zombie, so instead he's just netting 1 life, and so are we. So he survived the Gary. And he's going to block a whole bunch of stuff, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Also, anything that dies, we can diagraph captain him. Like, it'll trigger, and we have an opponent lose a life. It's too good not to run, but it sucks really, really bad when you are hit by it. Who gets the best? I totally agree. Again, I might have Rift in here, I can't remember. It's going to do a pretty good job of blocking, but I think we still get through with enough damage. Yeah, we get through with enough damage. And then on top of that, anything that dies we'd have a trigger for. Oh wait, he gains the life too. I completely forgot about that. Interesting strat. Okay, we might not do enough. I didn't even think of that. Oh, and he was smart and got rid of the diagraph captain. I'm super impressed with this guy. I thought we had that win locked down. Yeah, he was really smart in getting rid of our diagraph captain. Now he's got some dudes. This adds a new dimension to everything. Because we lost our Kraum too. Oh man, if he gets this win back, I'm gonna be so chapped. He's doing well. I guess that's what we get for not doing our math. And also playing our Urborg. He's just got... This Urborg, man, just killing me. Luckily, he can't really necropotence for stuff. He's actually got a pretty good squad going. What do we... I'm curious how we get through this now. If we draw our Anguished Unmaking our Utter End, it's game. Because we can get rid of Avacyn. No attack with Avacyn? Nah. I'm gonna play a Ravos. Do we attack again is the question. Card draw on the board so I get the long game advantage. I actually don't know what to do now. He does, and he's gaining life off. I guess he just does this, the Soul's Attendant now, thankfully. He's not wrong, though. He's got card draw. I think we just wait. How many creatures? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. Man, that Tasia saved the crap out of him. It's the Tasia and the Necromancer combo that's letting him stay alive, and then he's just got some life gain and draw. He can poke us with Avacyn if we want. If he wants, he's got lots of life. He doesn't have any lifelink, thank Christ. He's got so much mana because of our Urborg, though. It's in here so that we can do what he's doing with Cabal Coffers, but for us. So. I'm just trying to work out what we do here. Because we've got Kraum. And I'm thinking like flying might be the route here, but he's got that Avacyn. And he can easily sack 3 white creatures at any time to exile something of ours. And as long as he's got Cabal Coffers and his 2 commanders, he'll always have like creatures to sack. Because he can play his 2 commanders here, and he can sack both of them to this. He'll get 2 white spirits, and he'll also get to exile a thing, and then he can do it again. Oh man. Yeah, he's gonna Ravos, and he's gonna start getting stuff back too. Oh, that Avacyn just... There's so many, like, it's like if he didn't have one piece of something. Got more drain effects in the right. Zombie Tribal usually has a few. Not a dick. Not go. The main goal is beat down, but Avacyn kinda prevents that. He's right, we do have drain. If we drew Gem Palm Polluter, it's a win. I'm gonna take it. This is just such a strong card. Yeah, Utter End or Anguished and Making helps too, because we can get rid of this. We've got lots of stuff that we can draw into. Game's definitely not over. It's just hard now. Ooh, I'm going to this thing too. Don't have Eugene. Always yes, and... Or sorry, always yield and... Always yes. So we'll take our Custody Lich back. Thraxi. Interesting. Those both make them sack. But if we attack with Thrax, he just sacks something and blocks with Avacyn, and there goes our Thrax. Oh wait, no, it gets... Or he could exile it. Ugh! It was Eugene. Again. Just a funny way to say his name. Yeah, I guess he's never heard that joke before. Yeah, we're gonna Custody Lich here. Gonna drain him for 1, which doesn't matter because he's gonna gain the life back anyway. Actually, we drain him for 2, but again, So this gains us life. Doesn't really matter for him. We're the Monarch now. He's going to be the Monarch next turn, but we'd really like to draw a card. Can at least make him sack a card too. What did he sack? One of his commanders. What did he sack? Sacks a zombie. Oh, okay. I think we just still have to wait, try and draw into something. Just frustrating. It'd be great if we drew into that polluter. Polluter, come on. We don't have any artifacts or enchantments. Oh, he's getting rid of his own necropotence. Oh, because it stops him from drawing, right? Forgot about that. Can draw it with Tyman now, though. This is an interesting game. This is a tough game. This requires a lot of thinking, and I don't like it. Thinking's hard. Yeah, you can... Can I draw a card, please? There we go. He's doing stuff. Exiled Gary. Yeah, fair enough. I'm not sure why. Are you planning on going on the offensive next turn? His Grand Abolisher's gone. Oh, you are running a Rift. Well, that's a win con. The zombies are 4/4s now. Non-bow. LOL. Are we buffing? Yep, we're buffing them. We're gonna always yield to his zombie thing. Oh, right, he can always get something back. Oh, he's getting his ranger back so he can go find more stuff. And my zombos. We got the rift though, so we're a liar. But this is why we talked about rift, is it wins games. If I can somehow win or draw a gem palm polluter next turn and win with that instead, I'd like to do that. But he's gonna play his banisher or vanquisher's banner. I just combined those words into banisher. Naming humans. Yep. He's gonna play humane. Draw a card. Oh man, this guy's just watching. I think this Krunk Magnet guy. He's enjoying it though. It's some good back and forth. I don't think anything he's got stops the rift though. Man, I'm gonna feel like an ass winning with rift. Because I just said we didn't. I didn't think we had it, and I thought we didn't. I couldn't remember if I put it in this deck or not. It's a good game. Too bad the other people left right away. Would have changed it for sure. This guy's done an amazing job of Hold On. I'm really impressed with this deck. It's super cool. It's just got a lot of good synergies in it. A lot of good black-white cards. Yeah, he's going to Revel Arc. Is he evoking? Nope, he's just playing it. He can sack it, I guess, to Tasia, exile a thing of ours, and then draw cards. such a grimy win we have. I think we can still get it. He might just be able to sack like a billion things. There's another human cleric. Mike. What's up, Mike? It's before he turns nasty and evil. This guy's probably feeling really good about his board, and I'm very sorry. Because I have to do this. I could just Rift Avacyn, but he's tapped out, so I'm not worried about him being the Monarch. Yeah, so he's the Monarch now. Is this bugged? I'm not the Monarch. I don't mind sacking this. I figured. Yeah, so what should have happened there is that we should have taken the Avacyn damage and he should have become the Monarch. And then this should only trigger when we become the Monarch after dealing damage to him. It's not that we can't trigger this multiple times, but yeah, the more this gets to go off, the more worried I am. I don't think Rift even has the win for us, because he can do a bunch of stuff in response. Exile a ton of our stuff. And he, it's his end step, though. Oh, so he is still the Monarch. Okay, so he is the Monarch, so that worked properly. It's just that this seems to think it's every time you change hands. So, I feel bad doing this because it makes me feel like a liar. But I kinda have no other way to win. It might be Grift. True. It last turn off the Monarch trigger. We're gonna overload Rift. You might be able to swing this in a way that he survives, though. If we see more legendary plays out of him. Or he might just give in. It's his choice. Sorry, I'm listening to some cool song with really strange bass to it, but it sounds really good. Yeah, he's gonna do some things. He exile. Who did he exile? He's exiling Corlash. Okay. You see that all the tokens he gets disappear, but it's a ton of triggers here. He's gonna gain a ton of life here. Is he doing any more? Is he gonna respond again? I would expect him to. I think we still have enough power on board to kill him right now. And I think the smart thing to do would be to get rid of our lords right now. Our lord in Ravos. Because I'd probably sack... What'd he sack? Stop it. Ranger, okay. And he's gonna exile Lord. Okay, so he's on the same idea as we have. He's gonna get a spirit. Why is the spirit? Oh, because he has Ravos. I was like, why is the spirit getting a buff? I figured this wouldn't be the win. Ugh. He put Ravos and Tyman in his graveyard. That's worrisome. Guess we're gonna get in for like nothing. At least his board's gone. Not this turn though. Did he sack Avison? He did. Well, maybe he's got a Rise of the Dark Realms or something like that. We just get hosed next turn. That'd be a fitting way to end this game. Attack with all creatures. Which makes us the Monarch again, too. We're gonna always yield to that. So we get to draw a card at least. Of course, I got a lot of draws and a lot of outs in this deck. So we'll see. Oh, we can intome. This is our usual intome target, but whatever. That's some mana. This has been a super interesting game. I hope whoever's watching this is really enjoying this. It turned into more of a 1v1 game, but we actually got some setup going, and it's been super back and forth. Skurstag High Priest? Yep, that's a good card. He's going to continue to draw cards. We're home on his end step here. Get some stuff. He's going to play a Zathrid Necromancer. That thing's done so much work for him this game. Holy. Cryptcast. Even more mana for him. Wait, can he double white? Whenever you tap a swamp for mana, add black to your mana pool. Yes, I can tap these for white mana, and they still give him a black as well. That's gross. He's abusing his deck way more than we're abusing our. He's abusing my Orborg more than we are abusing it. I can't talk. Words are tough, you know. Everybody knows that. Words are just tough. Probably should have played that or the Cryptcast first, though. Well, maybe drew into it. Kiku Knight's Flower. Interesting. Nice thing is we've got either Thrax next turn or Kraum next turn, too, if we want. Don't need to see our graveyard or exile. We want to see our commanders. Non-creature spells cost one more. Okay. It's not the other Thalia, thank Christ. If it was the one that entered tapped, I'd be really upset, because then we wouldn't get to attack with Kraum with haste. This is a weird song. I'm listening to Body by Mother Mother. It's a good song. It's weird. Oh my goodness. No outs, but a lot of blockers. And a shit ton of card draw. Holy moly. This has been a great game, though. Now, if I were him, I probably would have let Avison go back to my hand, because that card's just so good. Yeah, well, my deck draws a lot. Spelled to recover. I can see that. It has recovered quite well. What's the flip condition on this? If you control 4 more creatures, yeah, so it'll flip next turn. Power toughness equal number of creatures you control. At the beginning of your end step, you get a dude. Okay. Go on attack. Just kidding. Oh, summoning sickness. Into him. Right. Well, we have 2 mana up anyway. What do we get? We can get our gem palm and then start recurring it with Ravos. I'm just trying to bleed this guy out. I like that. Is there anything we can actually use from our graveyard though? Citrus himself doesn't have Unearth. Burrito, Bit Blast, Valthor, Exile. Yeah, we don't have a graveyard of creatures, so. Anethomancer. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4 damage to him. Right? Yeah. Gravecrawler we can get out quick for more attack value. There's an Executioner we could cast. Wait. 1 more to cast for each other creature in your graveyard. We don't have any other creatures in our graveyard. So we could just play them next turn. Yeah, I think we do that. Oh my goodness, the Covenant. That's huge. He's got so many creatures in his graveyard. We can exile them all, and then all of our zombies have lifelink, and then we get a bunch of zombies and Wayward Servant the crap out of them. Just got humbly my fave card in the deck. Yeah, we're slamming Covenant. Alright, we have to pay an extra one. Targeting you, because we only have 1 creature in our graveyard. That shuts me down hard. It does a lot right now. I think that's the win. Oh, he's got 1! Clutch. How many creatures do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got... Well, I got 7 blockers, 8 attackers, so GG. He's right. That's why we run the Covenant. That's why we're running white, for those that don't get it. That's why we're playing 4-color zombies. So we have access to Necromancer's Covenant. Deal with it. So GG, that was about as close as it gets. Totally. Great game, man. Tons of fun. And we get there. Oh, first strike, whatever. First strike goes first, and then we win. So surprised I didn't get any outs last turn. Luck of the draw. One, this. Ooh, that's a cool art. Yeah, it's British art that I bounced. And some other stuff. You got lots of lands. So many land draws. Rough. GG, man. Sweet. Probably made for an awesome recording. Thanks for watching, guys. It's been the Commander Casual.